Hey guys, here's taking off and replacing a rear wheel bearing on a 98 to 01, I believe, Honda Accord. It's pretty simple to do. All you need is a 19mm socket, 32mm socket, probably a screwdriver, decent sized one, a wrench of some sort, impact if you want to make life quick, a little hammer if you got that, a couple various size punches of your sort, whatever you may use. That's about all you need. First thing you got to do is take the wheel off, jack it up, shore it up. If you don't know how to do that, maybe you shouldn't be doing this project. Next thing you do, I want to get this brake drum off of here. In some cases you may have a drum, some cases you may have a disc. In my case I have a drum. Hopefully we can get this guy off, put a little penetration oil in there. Oil is always good. Give her a few taps with a hammer. If you're lucky, like mine, it'll break loose. If not, there's two, I don't know what size they are, but two probably metric, potentially standard bolt holes here. You can run bolts in there and it'll pull this caliper off, or the drum off. And a few choice swear words later, and you got it off. Careful of all the dust in there, you don't want to breathe that in. Sometimes if your brakes pads are really worn down, you might have to go back in here. There is a little access hole in the back if you need to adjust those pads in. Next thing we want to do is tap this bearing cap off. And a smaller screwdriver usually helps to get it in there at first. Break it loose a little bit. If you got a bigger screwdriver, get in there and twist a little bit without stabbing yourself. There we go. Now if we look very closely there, this is a keyed shaft, and what they do to hold this nut in place is they peen it in over that keyway. So what you want to do is get something in there. In my case I got some little punches, and try to punch that out and bend it out. And then if you're lucky, you should be able to get that loose. If you're not, you got to go buy a new nut. I don't know what they are, 6, 7, 8 bucks, whatever. So I will first start with a little short guy like this, trying to get in there and tap that out. I fear on this side it may not work that well, so let's get a short stumpy screwdriver in there. The other side went much easier, of course. If all else fails, let's get an impact on it and see if that'll just rip it right off. Yeah, you could do it that way too. Came right off. Then your wheel bearing should fall as well, slide right off. And this one's got some play in it. Garbage. Next thing I like to do, just for my own sake, I like to clean this up a little bit. So I'm just going to spray this whole assembly down with brake cleaner. Get all the gunk and junk off of there from the several years of nobody touching this. And then clean this hub off. Sometimes you might need a little bit of steel wool, very fine steel wool, or a little bit of 320, 220 sandpaper if this is rusty. And if your raceway from your bearing stays on there, you might have to grind it out with a Dremel or a side cutter and crack it off and pull it off. But mine luckily came off, so I'm good to go. Being that these are so easy to fix and repair, I just went on Amazon and got some cheap, I don't know what they are, auto round. I think they were like 20 bucks a piece. Cool thing about them, they come with little white gloves. Look at that, you get the white glove treatment. And I will leave a description for a link in these in the description down below. I got these. It said they would work. My car is not equipped with ABS, but this is an ABS sensor ring, and it shouldn't really affect drum brake or disc brake here. It's just whether you can find the right price for whatever you want. And you get it on there straight. There we go. Find your nut, slap that back on there. And I believe there's a torque setting around 130 foot-pounds on these guys. I'm just gonna line mine up to where it was previously and peen this guy back over. So you can use whatever you want. I got a flat chisel here. I'm gonna peen it back over it. Now all you're doing is trying to lock that guy in the keyway so it doesn't come loose. Stick our cap back on. Alrighty, there you go. There's a rear wheel bearing replacement on a 98-01 Honda Accord, and probably a lot of other Honda Accords and a lot of other Honda vehicles. This was literally one of the quickest wheel bearing replacements I've ever done. It took me 15 minutes per side. Usually it doesn't take me that long because I watch these videos on YouTube to see how to do something when I don't know how to do it, and people pop everything off in 5 minutes, and I usually get stuck cutting, grinding, torching, and removing everything, and it takes me way longer than it's supposed to, but today it worked out well. So till next time, stay safe on your machines, shoot safe. See you guys next time. Thanks for watching.